Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe for more videos on AI, research, statistics, and random stuff. Today I wanted to show you a brand new feature in SciSpace that I think is really exciting and really useful for those of you that like to digest your information through the audio format rather than reading. So what they've done is they've added a podcast button so you can actually listen to summaries of the articles that you're looking at. This works for articles that you search up within SciSpace and for articles and PDFs that you upload into your own library. Whilst there's not a way for you to be able to download these into a podcast player just yet, I found just having the phone and being able to search through on the SciSpace page, find things that I want, maybe group them together into a library, and then when I'm out and about and I want to be able to listen, I can just flick through each of them using the podcast button. For an affiliate link and a discount code, please check out the video description. So let's have a look at it and let's have a listen to how it works. So if we just start with one of the templated questions, click on that and we get our table of articles. And you can see next to each article is now this extra button, podcast. The podcasts are typically between 2 and 5 minutes, and they're in a conversational style between two people. There's a little bit of repetition to them, but they overall do a pretty good job of summarizing papers. So let's click on one and have a listen.
Welcome, folks. Today we are discussing the impact of climate change on biodiversity and ecosystem functioning. Let's dive in.
I'm eager to hear this. What exactly is the core argument of this research?
The core argument is that climate change, driven by increased greenhouse gases, significantly impacts biodiversity and the functioning of ecosystems.
So you can see that we get the little player come up. We had played this particular one, 2 minutes 30. They do follow that pattern that we just listened to of question and answer. Not always exactly the same. There was one that cracked me up a little bit. It was a very, very dry topic, and the woman or the female voice that started by saying, "We're going to look at the exciting world of," and then the particular topic, which I don't even think the people that study it find it particularly exciting, which is kind of a little bit cute and funny how the large language models will sometimes add those superlatives on what they are talking about. All that aside though, this is a nice way to be able to get through a few papers. If you're particularly late in the day, you're feeling a bit tired, you want to be able to digest a bit of information, but you just had enough of reading. Maybe you're out and about, you want to do it on your phone and just be able to listen rather than having to look and read. Might actually reach out to the developers and say, hey, this is really neat. And admittedly, this is pretty beta. This is, I think, the first day or second day that it's been available. So they might likely have plans of their own. But being able to collect these together and maybe export them into a podcast player, I think would be pretty cool. If we come over to your own library, the same button appears here as well. So for everything that you have uploaded, you will now have the podcast button next to it, and it will be able to give you the summary just the same. So if you have papers that you want to listen to the summary of, rather than having to search them up, you can just dump them in here as well. So here, doing a quick demo of another one. This is a book chapter that I wrote. And with this one, we actually noticed the voices have been reversed.
Focusing on patterns based on birthplace, ancestry, and indigenous status.
I'm eager to hear about this. What are the key findings of this research?
The study uses data from the 2011 Australian census to analyze intermarriage patterns. A core finding is a significant variation in intermarriage rates across different ethnic groups.
This was a nice one for me to be able to listen to since I wrote it, and I was able to therefore gauge even better how well it did at summarizing, and it was pretty good. It covered all the key things, and possibly not surprising in that the bullet points here in the table are already also correctly getting the key points, but it's quite nice to be able to hear it back in this different format. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll be back really soon with more videos on AI research, stats, and random stuff.